Pig. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
Whoa. Now, I love Fox because Fox did a few things in my life. But the one thing they did that no one else has been able to do, and we're not talking about MASH, we're talking about The Simpsons, so let's just get that out the way. One of the longest running TV series, even as of today. The Simpsons touched me, moved me, grooved me. It was funny. Hell, the clothes I got on right now, I got on some crushed velvet Homer pants, and I've got on a Simpsons t-shirt, courtesy of Old Navy.
Yes.
So if y'all want to sponsor us, let us know.
I know. I love Old Navy's t-shirts. They're getting a lot in for you.
Yeah.
And I do like that they are getting to be more size inclusive.
Right.
What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Germ, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Germ and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of the show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows UnderReview, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
So on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacey.
This is Sparrows UnderReview. One thing that has been a disservice to me, and I know I don't always talk negative, but this is a negative light. Certain things get one movie. They don't get anything else, and then they just go flat and we never hear from them again. The Simpsons did two things. When this movie came out, it was the last time we got a true video game and we got a movie. Video game in hand was on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. Still playable on Xbox 360. I know my co-host and I have challenged the 360 game, and we're midway through it and never finished it, but it sits in a nice place so we don't worry about that.
We've just been busy.
Yeah, life treats you how it does. And then the next disservice is the Simpsons movie. Mm-hmm. The disservice is that we only got one movie.
Right.
No one ever aged.
Right.
There was no progression. It was just basically like a lengthy special.
Right.
But what I will say, once a month for the last 3 years, I scream, Eepa, Eepa, Eepa. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all something. On the Richter scale, I was just watching it because we have this hooked up through a great service called Ferret. We record strictly from an iPad with XLR mics and all that other stuff. So that's just for the podcasters right there. Sorry about that, going on that tangent. But it went red when I said Eepa, Eepa.
I mean, you got so close to the freaking microphone. I would be surprised if it didn't turn red. I had to push you back a little bit.
So starting off the beginning of this movie, you got Green Day performing.
Uh-huh.
And
kind of reminds you of the Taylor Swift when she's out there in the middle of the river playing.
Yeah. And sadly, Green Day dies in this movie.
Right. Or we just assume they died.
They had a funeral for him.
Did they? I don't remember.
We'll have to watch it at some point.
Yeah.
And this is a movie that I know by heart.
Right.
Well, let's just dig into this real quick. The movie.
Oh, that's where Grandpa saw the thing. Okay. I didn't put two and two together.
This movie was in limbo hell forever. I'm talking about this movie was in production. Like, I don't even want to, do you guys wrong, so let me just go to...
It says the screenplay was written over 100 times, which continued after work on the film's animation began in 2006. So, if you don't... Oh, and then it says...
Voice talent was signed in 2001.
Right, 2001 series producer began development on the film.
Right.
So, I mean, I know that there's a lot that goes behind this, so that's probably why they haven't produced a second film. But then it kind of also leads you into the why ruin a good thing.
Right, and even Conan O'Brien, of all people who used to write for them, he was like, nah. He said he didn't want to be a part of anything after that. He said it took 14 years for him to do it. So either way.
Because it is hard to do that, especially when you have a series where the characters don't age. I do wish that they would give us a new movie, or maybe a 2-part movie that does progression of age, just so that way it can feel like it's a complete circle. You can continue your series as however you're wanting to, because the production on those is slowing down a lot.
So true, so true.
Yeah. So why not try to give us a wrap-up movie? Because we could even do it in two. Like, we can do letting them go into middle and high school for the first one, however you want to do that. Even college, and then do something with Bart and Lisa grown up.
Right. Or do something like The Sopranos and not tie it up. Because The Sopranos...
I want to tie up.
Right. I could see that. And I mean...
Because like I said, the production of the actual series is slowing down a lot. I haven't seen a new one in a long time. And honestly, they're getting kind of bad. They're running out of stuff to do. Because you can only do so much with a 4th grade kid.
Right.
Without being repetitive.
But I will say that the weird thing is ever since Disney bought Fox and that the entities that it bought, the merchandise has been pushed heavy.
It has.
The toys have been reintroduced, and not on a collector's market, but on a local scale.
Right.
Which has made that very interesting. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. But as far as this movie hasn't been given a 4K treatment. It got a Blu-ray treatment just because Blu-ray was coming out around that time. So even if they did a restoration of it and put it in a higher quality, people would still grab at it or do something with it. And
you got 3 more years.
What?
3 more years and it'll hit 20 years, right?
Yeah. So I figure at 20 years I'll do something with it.
Hopefully.
And I mean, one thing that I will say that's outside of this, they did release a Simpson arcade machine, and people have been grabbing that because that's a banger. But to be honest with you, someone like me that had an Xbox 360, I bought the game back in the day because I knew what was going on. And that's one thing I will say with anything that has going on with Matt Groening and himself, because he jumped over to Netflix and did something with Enchantment. He's gone outside of the realm, and with the production of I don't even know if he's part of Futurama or not, so I won't speak on that, but just the people that have aligned with him, you can tell that there's a difference in it. But going back to this movie with the way that they did the camera angles and different things in it, with the little bit of CG that they put in it, made this movie amazing for me. The story of Marge actually leaving Homer. It's something that's played out many times in the series. I think, twice or 3 times? And
a couple times, yeah.
But her taking it to the lengths that she did in this movie were pretty amazing. The story and all that stuff, if you haven't seen it, I'm just going to tell you, basically...
If you haven't seen it, are you living under a rock?
Right. Because this is true pop culture right here. So... We all know that Homer is clumsy, careless, carefree. He has no worry in the world but where he's going to get his Duff beer from.
Right.
And if he gets it from Moe's or if he has to buy it from Apu.
Right.
Because I've never seen him really go in a grocery store.
I mean, I think the Quickie Mart is their grocery store. Well, no, they do have that one that Marge goes to.
Right. Because the baby always gets
Yeah.
scanned the wrong price.
Right.
But I never see Homer go on one.
No, he's just going to the Quickie Mart to get his beer.
Right.
Or
he's drinking it at Moe's. So, Homer's toxic. Lisa's always talking about cleaning up the world, humanity, this, and that. Tree
Bart's
hugger.
just trying to live his best life.
Bart's out here living his best life. Just not trying to get beat up by Nelson and the crew. And then there comes the pig.
Yes.
The pig in this movie.
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. And he really tried to kill the family for
right.
real.
Like, listen, dude. Excuse me. Choked myself up there. Homer tried to save your life.
And you gonna push
and he
it.
turned you into Harry Plopper. And you want to shove him out the window.
And he turned him into Spider Pig.
Right.
And he gonna go oink oink and hit the board off.
It's your shit that put Springfield under the dome.
Right. Toxic pig shit.
Put some respect on his name.
Right. Toxic pig shit. I still can't get over that. And they snitch on Homer real quick.
Right.
Like, the whole town's ready to kill him. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I mean, listen. If you do something that causes me to have to live under a dome, I'm probably going to be snitching on you too.
But luckily, the one person that saves them is the most quiet person in the series. Baby Maggie has a little sinkhole. They get free on that. And
Marge thought she was crazy.
Marge thought she was crazy because she's seen her on the outside, seen her on the inside, and they go through it. And Homer barely gets through the hole because he's so portly.
I know he does the whole...
And he gets stabbed in the head by stuff. And then eventually gets away.
Yep.
And then that's where they part ways eventually because...
They go to Canada.
Because Marge is tired of his shit.
Yep.
And she's giving a lot of her time to him. And
well, you know what it stems from? Homer recorded over their wedding video.
oh, snap. Yeah, that would be
So that was the final straw.
Yeah, that would take
Just
anybody.
out of all this shit that you've done to me our entire life, you taped over our wedding video.
The one thing she saved. Oh,
The
I
one
forgot
thing
that she
she
saved.
saved.
Because their house got disintegrated.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
Right
And,
as soon as she was cleaning a dish.
And one thing I want to say about the movie as a side note, I like every character that was involved in the movie, little cameos and little things here and there. And I love Ned Flanders. Ned Flanders is my character. Everybody knows that. You know that too.
Yes.
And Ned did a great job with Bart.
He did.
And he almost made me feel bad for him. Because Maud had already died.
Right.
And they played that in the movie. Because she wasn't in the movie at all.
Right.
So he already had hardships there. Chief Wiggum is the same thing. And it's sad that I don't know any of the other characters' names. You know, the two sisters. They didn't have a major role in it. I don't think so. I'll have to go back
I
and watch
don't think a lot of people had major roles.
But
It was all like small, simple roles like it normally is.
Yeah, like little cameos here and there. And that worked out good for me.
Right.
But going back to the disservice, the reason that there were times that I wanted another movie was because in the 2010s, I could have really used the Simpsons movie.
Mm.
Because it seemed like all character-based stuff died off, and then animation domination took over. You had the Family Guy return. You had American Dad. You had King of the Hill for a little bit.
Right.
Because it was like the 7:30 show. And then you had this one show that spawned a movie, which probably didn't deserve a movie. This one show called Bob's Burger, which we all know people can categorize Bob's Burger as something that follows me, but I only like the movie. Let me be honest.
Right. Yeah. I don't think you've ever seen the series.
The movie's fine.
Yeah.
And I like the characters because I wear the stuff, but...
Right. So, do you think they're trying to do something with The Simpsons with them bringing out these new toys?
Right. I think that they're going to do something because it's crazy. We've gone almost since 2004 or 5. I mean, they've done Comic-Con and they've done exclusive toys that are expensive.
Right.
Like collector stuff. Like the
Right.
stuff that
and these are are they Jack's?
Yeah, Jack's Pacific, the company that makes the wrestling toys.
Jakk.
Yeah, and that makes the Sonic toys, the Super Mario toys.
Yeah.
They're making these, like, the figures, like the bus driver, this one and that one. On the low, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that movie is.
No, I was just looking at the screen because I kicked it whenever I went to move.
Yeah, I was looking at whatever. Sorry, audience. We're recording a show, and there's a projector on, like always. And there's some kind of movie with an elephant on it. I'm like, oh, this should look kind of
Well,
nice.
I think it's the Alien movie. I just don't know what the name of it is.
I mean,
They were talking about aliens earlier.
right.
And, like, the little boy was running around with, like, 3 little aliens.
Yeah, it's like a blue elephant in the Matrix type shit. Because he's got screens all around him.
Right.
But anyway, back on topic. Yeah, it seems
Squirrel.
it seems like they're doing a lot with it. And I will say this: it has been exactly a good 8 years since I've sat down and watched the Simpsons series every Sunday. Because no offense to Sundays, it's no longer a prime time for me to watch.
Sundays are for football now.
Right.
But like I said, I don't know if you've watched any of the newer stuff, but I don't know. It kind of gives me the feel of the Futurama movie or shows, the newer ones, where some of them could very well be AI generated.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't enjoy these as much.
And with the writer's strike, something could happen.
Right.
Because I'll be honest with the audience, the last time that I watched this show was when they fought Family Guy.
Mm.
And that's been years.
So I need you to watch a few of the newer ones so that way you kind of know what I'm talking about. Luke loves The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Anytime he is at the house, I'm like, what do you want to watch? He's like, The Simpsons. I'm like,
Right.
okay.
And a big shout out to all my friends and everybody else that's involved that knows that I like The Simpsons and they keep up with stuff like that for me. And listen, let's do this real quick. Electronic Arts, you have had the license to the video game series all the time, and the only thing you come up with is this god awful Simpsons tap out game on phones. We don't give a fuck about that.
I need something on the PlayStation.
Make us a game. I don't care. That game can be shitty. Like, just make it an open world
Right.
Minecraft game.
Because they don't have anything on the PlayStation, do they?
They don't have anything current generation, no.
Okay.
And you can't play those games unless you have an old system.
Right. I mean, I have a PS2, 3, 4, and 5, but I still don't know that.
You can get games with the PlayStation 3.
Okay.
But most people will stick with a 360 because you can play the old original Xbox games.
Yeah, but I'm not a huge Xbox fan. You know that.
Right. And we miss out on the greatest game ever made, Simpsons Hit and Run, which you've seen me play that. That shit
All right,
is...
I mean, I enjoy playing those with you. I would like something on the PlayStation because that is my system.
Right, so you'd have to go get PlayStation 3 and play the Simpsons movie game on there. And
Right.
that'd be crazy to do, you know.
I mean, I have a PlayStation 3.
Right. But I'm just
I
saying...
think it's at my sister's house.
Right. So either way, like with that, Fox, Disney, or I'm sorry, not Fox, Disney, Electronic Arts, do us some justice. Get us some games out here. Get us something that's playable that we want to play. And let's do something else. Make a new rendition of this movie and come out with a new one. If you do a rendition of this movie, you can hold me over for another 5 years. Update the animation, restore it, put it in 4K, and I'll be happy. Does this movie go down as a classic? Here's where it gets funny. It didn't revolutionize animation. It didn't... All it did was it did a continuation as a long Simpsons episode. Do I show it to everybody? Yeah, because it's one of my favorite movies. But as merit to say that this is a quality movie, it's hard.
So what I like about this movie is it's short for those without an attention span, 87 minutes. Let's jump into the budget real fast. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
75 million for the budget. Do you want to take a guess on the box office?
It probably had to do at least 5 or 6 times that.
$536.4 million.
Why haven't we got a second one?
Exactly. Like that right there. And I'm sure it took a lot to make it. Like I'm not taking that away from anybody because there is a lot of detail and color and all of that stuff. But come on. Give me a second movie. Give me another one. Let me be greedy.
And I mean, it beat out, for Best Movie at the UK Nickelodeon Awards, it beat out Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix and Pirates of the Caribbean at A World's End and Shrek 3.
And all of this information we are giving you can be found on Wikipedia. Some of those facts can be true, some can be false, because I believe it's editable by the public. So take what you want and leave what you don't.
I can go with that.
So let's do possible sequels. In 2014, Brooks stated that he had been approached by Fox and they had requested a second film. There was no immediate plans. That's kind of rude. He added that there was no immediate plan, stating, "We've been asked, but we haven't. We're doing a lot of other stuff." Where's this other stuff you've been working on? Have you been working on these episodes, and that's why you've been so busy? Because if it is, it's kind of lacking there. Give me another excuse. Let's see what else is in here.
They state at the bottom that basically COVID-19 killed plans, and their animation has been in disarray because there's been a lot of series that have come out that have been good that get killed after season 1 or 2.
Okay, so here we go. On August 10th, 2018, it was reported that a sequel was in development. On July 22nd, 2019, Groening stated that he had no doubts that the Walt Disney Company would likely produce a sequel one day. had stalled due to COVID in 2021. May of 2024, Gene expressed his hopes for a sequel. I want to see the animation business completely returned to what it was before the pandemic. And then I think if that was the case, it would make sense to do The Simpsons theatrically.
You get an A+ for saying that properly.
Did I say it right? Yay!
Yes. So
anybody that has listened for a while knows that I struggle with my words.
So with that take on that, you can just tell that it's just something that just hasn't happened.
Right. Either somebody doesn't want to put the time in it, they don't want to put the money in it, or they can't get who they need to participate. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that want to do it. They're just not the right people that want to do it.
Right. I mean, y'all made a Bob's Burger movie.
Right.
I mean, we haven't got a Futurama movie, but Futurama's that one thing that we can...
We do need a new movie.
Futurama's had those specials that The Simpsons could have had, those hour-long specials that become DVDs or something like that. But different hands, different turns, and people are handling that. So let's do this, Disney. Let's stop making Indiana Jones movies. Keep making those Percy Jackson movies. Let's stop making a Star Wars movie every year.
Give us the sequels we actually want and leave the other shit in the trash.
Right, and some of this live-action shit, y'all can put a can in it.
Right. Not everything has to be live action. Let us enjoy our freaking cartoons.
Right.
And quit changing all these daggone characters around.
So on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacey.